introduce you, and we'll get started. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Good afternoon, Whalecoin Talk community. Today we have NexusPad joining us, and speaking for NexusPad is Meh, the dev here. So before we get started, would you like to introduce yourself and the team, and then we can jump into the project?
So first thing, thank you so much for getting us into this AMA, into this beautiful community. I want to thank everyone who joined already for this AMA. So Nexus Pad team is a team of 4 people. We are based in Belgium, exactly in Liège city. We are one. I'm the owner and the dev, and there is 2 designers, and we have another guy who take care of marketing and everything.
All right, cool. So let's jump into it. Do you want to give us first an introduction to the multi-chain launchpad, to what you guys are building, and then we can jump a little bit deeper in.
Okay, so am I allowed to share my screen?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. And we have the recording up and the live stream on YouTube, so it'll be visible for everyone as well. Yeah, go ahead.
Sounds good. Give me just 1 second. Okay, go over here. Share the screen. Yes, can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's coming through. Yep, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna start with a small introduction about the Launchpad and how does it work. So the thing we had about Launchpad, as all traders, we have been trading since a long time, and we started doing pre-sales first with the Excel platform, like say 2 years ago or something. After that, we moved a year, 2 months to Pink Sale, and we have been trading since then every time, every day, and it's our like full-time job. The thing that was really bugging us as daily traders is the safety of launch pads in general, and the safety of Pink Sale as it is like the main launch pad going on right now. When we talk about launch pads, when we talk about pre-sales and fair launches, it's the most place when you can make money, but it's the most place with the risk. And when we analyze this risk, is it coming from the market or where is it coming from? It's coming from individuals who's making projects. So what is this risk? This risk is basically a scam. When there is scam, we're gonna find individuals behind that they're gonna be scamming and leaving. So after long thinking, we decided to make a launchpad with a main word which is safety and another main word which is trust. Nexus Launchpad. To get your project listed with us, we have some really hard, strict requirements, which is gonna make lot of scammers run away and not even think about making their pre-sales or fair launch with us, because it's gonna be not profitable as a scammy project. For our requirement, we have first a full hour meeting with the team. We're not gonna be just passing a KYC, asking them if they know the market and everything. Uh, People who know what's the KYC with Big Sale, especially people who have been like doing projects or anything, they basically ask you some basic question about everything about the team and everything. But for us, we're gonna be talking to those people and making sure they know what's going on with their projects. They know what's going on with everything going on the shitcoin world and in the crypto world in general. We're gonna be discussing the smallest details with them in their project, because as I told you, as people who have been trading every day, doing that day after day, we get into like 3 4 fair launches preset every day. We know exactly the real deal what it is. So when we're gonna sit with those people and when we're gonna have a meeting with them, we're gonna be like, what's your project really about? And we know the smallest details. So in case someone wanna sneak around, we're gonna know that he's serious or not serious. We're gonna be checking the funds that they are trying to use for the project. We're gonna be checking what they want exactly to do. And after 1 hour, we're gonna decide either those people are gonna be in our launch pad or not. Uh, After getting accepted, we have another strict requirement, which is the liquidity or any funds not gonna be out of the project until after 7 days. We can see in Pinksale right now that they have a lock for like a month or something. But let's be honest, people are more interested in the first liquidity. Once they get there, they're gonna leave and wait for the rest of the funds. For us, this liquidity gonna be attached to us to like an exact algorithm, an exact program that we have in our launchpad. And in case of any exit or any shady stuff, there gonna be a refund button where everyone can refund. And this refund is not gonna be by like a restricted law. It's not gonna be like 1 or 0. It's gonna be by a meeting that we do with a lot of people around the community and everything. And we're gonna decide either this project is a successful project or at least a normal project, or those people left behind the project. Especially on like the first day, because sometimes we see that once those people fill their projects, they leave right away in the first second. So they're gonna cause an instant drop on that project, and no one gonna be making profits. If those people have like an ATH or something, at least double or something like that, it's kind of okay, because most people in the pre-sale worlds care more about the first hour or something like that, because in shitcoin there is like a lot of projects happening every day, so people are not gonna be watching one project, they're gonna be watching multiple projects every day. We have, when we talk about the KYC, those people gonna give us their identity and everything, and we are working right now with a lawsuit company that has locations in 35 countries around the world, and we're gonna be suing those people uh, personally and directly. The fact that we're just gonna share their identity in the group, that doesn't make them as scared as being sued personally and taken down, so they don't do that again. Also, we have let me move that. We have our own staking system. As I said, for the shitcoin, it's not like long term. long-term thing. It's like a short-term thing. So when you're gonna see in such coin staking for like 1 year or like for 6 months that's not gonna unlock, it doesn't make sense because most of token, even like the successful projects, if you see like the top of the leaderboard of Pixel, maximum they make it like for a month or for 2 months, and people are still happy because they have been making good profits. So for us, we're gonna make the maximum gonna be 60 days for staking. For the APY for 7 days gonna be 12%. The APY for 14 days gonna be 20%. The APY for 30 days gonna be 25%, and the APY for 60 days gonna be 35%. We didn't try to exaggerate to make it reasonable and to make the pool work properly. We have more something called the farmer. So when we're talking about the farming is basically a staking where you can stop that staking, where you can stake your token anytime. And then when we talk about the staking and the farming, it's not gonna be our own one. It's gonna be our own one as an example for the first projects. After that, it's gonna be available to any projects with us, any successful projects. And as I said, they're gonna be no place for like shady projects or something. Uh after 7 days, those projects, after giving 7 days of good intention that they're gonna be working on these projects, mostly it's gonna be a successful project. We have something else, we have charity. So in the crypto world in general, there is a lot of money. There is like really a lot of money. Like the most money right now is on the crypto. If you see the richest guy in the world, who is Elon Musk, he made most of his money from crypto. In 2020, he made like 3 times more money from just holding crypto than Tesla. So we want that to be shared a little bit with, let's say, the poor people in general. uh, we decided to do a weekly charity event. We already started, so we don't just promise people that we're gonna do charity as everyone do. We had our first charity event, and it happened in Bali. As the co-owner is right now on a trip with his family, a business trip over there with his family, and he took a step for us, and he went to one of the orphanage, and he paid for like uh 15 exactly scholarship, and he paid for a lot of food and everything. And that was just like an example to people who wanna keep going with that. And for us, we're gonna keep going doing that every week. That's not non-profitable thing. We're not gonna include that on tax. We're not gonna include the wallet on pink sale and call it charity or anything. That's gonna be from us. And after we launch the project and the project is going successful and everyone is trusting us, we're gonna have a wallet where everyone who wanna contribute in this charity can contribute. After like giving people the plan for what we are doing, like next charity gonna be next week. We have like 200 kids. We're gonna give them this and this and this, and people then can decide whether to go with that or not. So that was like small briefing about everything we have in this project. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that, the Dev. This has been a nice little intro. A few things. So I like that you guys are focusing on the security part, right? The extended KYC, the 1 hour meeting. I'm guessing, yeah, that brings a little bit of degree of safety, especially for people that are not really that knowledgeable in the space. So that the team is talking to them. They've been pre-vetted sort of, and then again, you mentioned the legal aspect where you're actually taking the step further if these guys are actually bad actors. So that's pretty cool. But what I want to ask you more about is the refund. You mentioned there's going to be like a refund pool, or how does that work? How will you decide who is going to get refunded, or if the project is in a state where it's over and people need to get some refunds, or how what'll be the mechanics around that?
So when we have, as I say, uh, even if we say like in big sale, even if they have like the SAFU badge and everything, people still get the liquidity the first day. And most people are interested on that money because that's the biggest portion. So that portion, we're gonna keep it for 7 days. And from that portion, we're gonna have always none more than 51% of the liquidity, which is half of the liquidity, which is basically whatever people contributed already. So that pool, we're gonna have a pool related to a refund button. When we decide that this project is scam, everyone who claimed, like if someone contributed 2 BNBs and he got like just like 1 BNB, he gonna get automatically the rest. And people who didn't claim, they're gonna like get their refund fully because they can just like cancel and get their money back. So we're gonna be like, if there is like 500 contribution, the system gonna see how much money did everyone lose, and they're gonna refund them all to get their contribution completed.
All right, I understand. So basically, yeah, the liquidity will be locked on your platform, basically, so the team won't have access to it. So in case something nefarious happens, you then can activate this refund button, which basically just gives everybody's monies back, if I get it right.
Yes, exactly. Like right now, if you talk about the emergency withdrawal, like on the Excel, at the start of the Excel, people not gonna believe that that gonna happen one day. But the Excel did the program and they really did get people their money back in case they don't wanna go forward with the project. So we are building somehow a similar system without the solidity of the system of emergency withdrawal, without the solidity of the system of claiming and contribution. And we found that it's doable for a system that is gonna be for refunding people, giving them the rest of their contribution, which is a system attached directly to Bscan and attached directly to the preset contracts, and it calculates all the wallets, and it sees like the wallet that didn't claim their token, they can still like get their money back fully, and the people who already claim. And when we saw, I'm talking here about a direct drop. I'm talking here when we see like people leaving the project right away, which we see as a team that is gonna be so rare because these people not gonna have access to any token, and they don't gonna get any funds to run away. So basically, the system gonna be just to prevent, which gonna do its work, so people not gonna even think about leaving because they don't have the money yet. And all we want, and especially on the coin, as I said, we want people to work at least for a week. We need to see like the token is still going, is still doing progress. We're talking about like 20% more, 50% more, double, X3, X4, anything gonna be acceptable. What's not gonna be acceptable? A team who's leaving the project and who give up on the project or something like that.
Yeah, I understand. I understand where you're working at that end. Now, you also mentioned the farming, and that's going to be available for different projects. Will you be offering these staking vaults to anybody that uses the Launchpad, or are you going to be offering it sort of like a paid service on top of it, or how does it work?
So when we talk about projects, the thing that we want to build is a safe platform, a trusted platform, a platform where only people who wanna work for real gonna come to us, because it's not gonna be profitable, as I said, to anyone who has shady like ideas or anything. So those people, we're gonna allow them to stake their token with us. We're gonna have a direct pool that is gonna be covering the 60-day from their funds. So the staking and the farming gonna be safe for the time we had. Because of that, we had short time. We had the max is 2 months. We don't have like 6 months or something where we can't keep controlling for 6 months, because it's gonna be a little bit hard for the team to keep tracking that team for 6 months. But for 2 months, yes, we can cover the funds and everything. So it's gonna be allowed to people, to successful projects, to project that we see that it's worth it to be sick and they're talking with us. Uh, the team, we're gonna have a really big team. Right now we have 4 people, but we have been a part of a big group, which is Spiritual Moonshot. Some people know it, some people doesn't know it. It's a really, really old group of talking of crypto, and it was specialized in NFT, Shitcoin list lately, like the last 2 years or something. And we have so many developers friend who has been helping us in these projects, and people who's really based, and we tell them about our idea and this, and they was so happy to be a part of this. So we're gonna be assisting every project, and we're gonna be monitoring every project. So after your project is done and you decide to do the staking, we're gonna come and talk about the long term, roadmap and the long term plan that you have. We need to see that, of course, we need to see like that you have utilities and that's gonna be working for a long time. We need to see that you have good intentions, that you have enough money to cover the marketing, that you have some long-term marketing, that you have some long-term work that you're gonna be doing. And also for each project is gonna be accepted either to stake or not stake. Because what we're gonna have here, we're gonna have a little number of projects instead of having 20, 60, 70 projects a day. Like right now, if you go to Pink Sale, uh, let me go to Pink Sale, we're gonna see we're gonna see that they had in like 1 year of time, they had 13,967 projects, which is a lot, which is around 50 projects a day. For us, because we're not gonna be attracting scammers and stuff. We're not gonna be attracting any kind of projects. We're expecting to have maximum like two, three, four projects a day. But those projects, people know that they're gonna be making money 100%. It's either they're gonna be making a lot of money or they're gonna be getting their money back, which gonna only attract people who wanna work. So when we see right now there is like 20 projects a day in Pink Sale, the 5 top people gonna be, hey, in Pink Sale we're gonna get a bad, not, we're not gonna say bad influence or bad intention from the community. They're gonna say that there is another launch pad which is safer. As we want to work, we're gonna get accepted over there, and their project gonna be kind of successful. So we're gonna be only attracting people who want to work.
Yeah, it sounds like a very healthy way of going about it. And I also know that there's going to be like some tier system I was reading about when you're staking to get an allocation for the pre-sales. Can we go into that and how it's going to work?
So when we talk about the staking, as I said, I'm gonna go over there. So when you see here, we have like realistic percentage. We have like 12%, we have 20% and 25 and 35%. So after the pre-sale is done, because no one can stake their token before the pre-sale is done, and after the pre-sale is done or the fair launch is done, we're gonna decide either they're gonna go to the next phase, which is the staking and the farming, or they're not gonna go. So the project that they're gonna go, they're gonna have the same APYs for now. As we see, it's really realistic because people doesn't want a lot of money, and people, when we talk about staking and when they're gonna see the project is successful, they're gonna go with real like reasonable money from the profit they got and everything. So the projects that we're gonna decide that can go to the stake and gonna be on the stake, and the project that we don't see that they're gonna be for at least 2 months going on with a good way, with a good marketing, with a good utility, we're gonna refuse them. So in the second, we're gonna have even less number of projects going on over there. If we say we're gonna have 3 or 4 projects a day in our launchpad, and when we talk about 3 or 4 projects a day launchpad, this is this is kind of long term thing because we're gonna be building the and we're not gonna see a lot of project because in Pink Say, even in Pink Say right now, we're gonna see there is like it, and it's not like when we talk about Pink Say, we're not talking about a mistake or we're not talking about a bad thing. We're talking about a decentralized platform which everyone can do their pre-sale, and of course you're gonna see good projects and you're gonna see bad projects. The team doesn't have any hand on that because it's allowed to everyone to do a project for us. As I said, we are full time working on that, so we choose to assist the projects by projects.
Yeah, I understand. I was actually asking about the launchpad tiers. I probably misspoke and I said staking because I know you're gonna have like different
Oh,
tiers like silver, bronze, gold, and for people to get better allocations.
so so when we talk about the cheese, let me pull that up. Yeah, it's over there. So when we talk about the tiers, we're gonna have like 6 tiers, which is silver, bronze, gold, platinum, sapphire, and diamond. Those tiers gonna be for people to have an advance over other people. So when we talk about whitelisting projects, people who's staking already have a staking with us and everything, they can have like more advance on the lottery pool. They're gonna have more advance on the whitelist projects. We're gonna have like private sales that not allowed to everyone. So we're gonna give a little bit of competition, a little bit of like more live to the launchpad, so people gonna be staking the token with us more, and they're gonna help the team have more tokens and more funds to develop and go forward.
Right, so people will be able to stake to sort of get a higher weight for their allocation. I see there's like different pool weights here, like 5, 8.5, 12.
Yeah, that depend on like how much people is taking. So for now, we're not gonna have the tier of sapphire and diamond because as a long term after the project is doing what we expect from it, we're gonna start with the staking because we're gonna be a long term. Now we're just giving an example with the staking we have about all the projects gonna be going on with us. But once we are there and we are like a token with like big market cap and stuff, we're gonna start this staking for 90 days and we're gonna start this staking for 1 year, and that's gonna give more advantage to people. uh it's depend on how much people are staking, and it's not gonna be like something you're gonna pay or something you're gonna give to the team. It's gonna be something about how much you stake it with us. Your token are over there. We are working. You are getting more advanced. So it is like a win-win situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand. And I was also looking. You're gonna have a sort of a voting system. So are you looking to go towards a hybrid DAO model in the future? And what kind of like what will people be able to be voting on?
Well, when we see the voting here, uh, the community gonna have like a biased opinion about what's going on with the projects and everything. You can see the projects, you can come and vote because there's some people who are gonna be coming the last minute, and the community gonna be working as one to give those people also the opinion about that projects. When you're gonna see project that have like 80% or 50% or this, that this project is good or this project is normal, this project is bad, they're gonna give you an idea about how much you're gonna contribute. Let's say you decided already to be on like each or like the maximum of pre-sales going on every day. The last minute you can come and see the voting and everything, and you can decide how much you're going to contribute. We have also a discussion session where you can be talking about everything. And for the voting and everything is going to be attached also to the tires, depend on your tire, depend on how much you can vote today, depend on like how serious your voting going to be, because the big people who are going to be seeking more token, those people are going to have more funds, those people automatically gonna be more based on the domain because they know what's going on, they have more money, they have been trading more and stuff. So yeah, that's what it is. It's gonna be as simple as this. You can vote yes, I want to. No, it's not like good project. This is how it's gonna go, the voting.
Yeah, it looks nice. It's good to always, give your community a vote, give your holders a vote, and give people, the possibility to voice their opinions. That's super important to engage and keep everybody, happy. I also noticed that when just going back to the launchpad, right? There's gonna be some project rankings. Can you give us any details about that? How will you be ranking the projects? Will it be based on volume, based on, I don't know, your degree of trust, or how will that work?
I'm gonna put that first. So when we gonna go to the project ranking it just gives a like a global idea about what's going on with all the projects. It's like a tracking for the. It's like our launchpad is not gonna be caring only about the pre-sale phase. We're gonna give like people what's going on with the launchpad like last month or last 2 months or since we started this project did like 50. When we see it, like you see how many x's, what's the volume right now, what's the market cap, what's the changes. It's basically something more like when market cap going on with our platform but only for the project, so you can know this project did good, this project did bad, like since the start of the launchpad, what was the best projects. And I'm someone who loves statistics. Statistics give me a bright sight about what's gonna be going on in the future, the way of how those people who succeeded to be mooning, really mooning, when we're talking about big X's, how did they work, what was their a special thing, and they're gonna give people like an education about their future phase and how they can be trading and how much they're gonna be trading on each project.
Yeah, I understand. So it's basically, yeah, people will be able to track everything here. Looks nice. Looks cool. So we've been talking a lot about the platform and everything. Are you guys building the platforms yourselves, or do you have parts of the build outsourced? And how fast will it be ready, or when will it be ready?
The solidity of the launch, of the solidity of the staking and farming is already there. 90% of the solidity of the launch pad is already built too. We need just some security stuff because Launchpad is not like staking, it's not a one thing, it's something that people gonna be buying every day. So the security is the most important thing for us. As I said, solidity is already done. Right now we are staking on the validators who are gonna be validating our Launchpad. We have some big validators, some of them have been helping on the things that happen on Bscan lately when someone was trying to scam and stuff. We have some big names over there, and that need like a little bit of big funds. We are talking about around 50K each. We collected already the money between the team for the first one who's working right now to give us like full permission to launch the launchpad, and we're still waiting to get the second one on the queue to get validated by those two validators. Once it's validated by them, we're gonna have the launchpad public to people, and people can make their launchpad safely, because It's not about only having a launch pad where people can do their projects. It's talking about the 100% safety, that there is no like no exit on our contracts or our system or anything, because like the scammers gonna be, I'm not talking about the scammers who's making launch pad, the scammers who's trying to get into our system and get into the pools and everything. So we need it to be 100% safe.
Mm-hmm. It sounds great. Yeah, it sounds good. I wanna get to community questions as well, but before I do, can you give us yeah, I know people will ask about this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and ask myself, right? So, give us a quick breakdown of the tokenomics, and then maybe your plans for the first quarter for on the marketing side. What do you plan to do there?
So for this economics, when we are talking this about the safety and everything, we need to be safe ourselves. I'm gonna go to the launch pad right now. As you see over here, there is no lock token. There is the 0.87% that goes to directly to pink sale. It's like the fees of the projects. We have the ecosystem of the launchpad. We have the farming pool, we have the staking pool, and we have the CX reserve, which trying to get in raw for like the first 15 days. We have a bonus reward, as we already mentioned, in our community. That's people gonna be getting bonuses depend on how early they get on the fair launch. So there's basically no lock token for the first month. People gonna be safe 100%. When we talk about the marketing, we want everyone to know about our launchpad. So we decided to have some really, really, really premium marketing. We have all the big names. We have all the tier one of Pink Sale already good and paid and everything. We have a big name who's Travlad. People, a lot of projects gonna be talking about. We have Travlad. We're gonna do Travlad. We're gonna do Travlad, and Travlad never happened. Travlad is like just a myth going on around and stuff. We already paid Travlad. We already confirmed with Travlad. It's not gonna happen after the project. We're not gonna tell people that's gonna happen up in the launch. It's gonna happen at the last hour of the fair launch. So before the fair launch even ends, we're gonna have Travlot and Raw. And the thing, it was really, really, really hard to get accepted with Travlot, as he had some strict requirements, especially to have an AMA, because he doesn't host AMA that much for now. So to get accepted as an AMA, we have been talking to them for like a week or something. But right now we have a confirmed AMA with him the last hour, because we know the last hour where we want with the FOMO gonna happen. We have Gloom, we have Caesar Call, we have Venom, we have all the names. We have like what we counted right now is 24 call group, all paid and confirmed. We're gonna tomorrow the last 4 hours. It's gonna be marketing non-stop for every like 20 minutes or something. We're gonna have either a call or something. Tomorrow we're gonna have three people who's doing AMAs at the same times in different communities. So right now we spend more than 100 BNB just on the marketing, on the projects making. When we talk to people, we talk also about the launch, which we want a successful launch, because the best marketing, other than calls group and stuff, the best marketing is when the token gonna be doing really, really good. When people gonna see the token on CoinMarketCap, on CoinGecko, and not only see them over there, see them in the top of like the new added token with like some good access. So our most concentration right now is everyone seeing NexusPad and knowing what's going on with NexusPad, and knowing that there is a new launch pad that is coming with some kind of first time safety and everything. That's what it's gonna be going with the marketing. We have also on the launch we have like New York Times Square billboards for like going on for an hour for the first hour of the launch. And yeah, that's the maximum we could do. If there was something more we could do, we would do it. But right now, everything is covered, like from the list of being sale, all the name that are legit, as you guys and as the calls I mentioned before are already on board of our project.
Nice. That looks like yeah, you guys have it covered from a lot of angles. So let me unmute some people here. Let's take some questions from the audience. Let's see, Aisha, you had a question from Mech the Dev. Go for it.
Yeah, thanks, Active. I was wondering, are you also offering other services like marketing, contract development, community management to go along with Nexus Launchpad?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, sure. I was wondering, are you also offering other services like marketing, contract development, community management to go along with Nexus Launchpad?
So for the projects we're gonna have at our launchpad, we're gonna have a full team of marketing that's assisting those people who gonna be hosting these projects with us. We're gonna talk about their marketing, what marketing you're gonna do, and do you have the funds for that? Where is the funds for that? This is the fund for that. Okay, we're gonna talk to those people and you're gonna get them paid before your project starts. Anything you're gonna be promising people, it should be paid. Anything other than that, we're gonna count it as shady actions going on your project. So whenever people are gonna be saying we're gonna do this or this, we're gonna, as we know most of people right now on the market, as we know most of people on the calls and stuff, we're gonna make sure that it's really those people doing this marketing, and we're gonna have like direct relation with those people for the first 50 projects. We're gonna be even helping them on the marketing in case they don't have enough funds for the marketing. As we see their project are successful, and they don't have enough funds, because we know at this phase people are going to be spending money from their pockets. There is some good traders, some people who already have funds, who have been doing crypto for a long time, but there is some people who want to work and they have good intentions and stuff and they have good projects, but they don't have enough funds. We decided that we're going to be helping them with a maximum of 50% to pay those calls, with the condition that it's gonna be deducted directly from the liquidity when it's out before it goes to the owners.
Understood. I was also thinking, will community members be able to report any project as a potential scam which is having pre-sale on your launchpad? And after carrying out investigation, will you have the authority of canceling or delaying the pre-sale of project at any given time?
As I said, for a scam usually, or people when they're gonna be leaving their projects, is gonna happen on the first day or the second day, or they're gonna be leaving their projects on the first minutes of the projects. If that happened in the first week, we're gonna be making sure that everyone gets refunded. If it happens in like after launch, after they fill the pre-sale, and after it goes like for 24 hours or 48 hours before after the launch, and they launch their projects, when we see that there is an exit or anything, we're gonna refund directly all the users from the pool, which is gonna be the liquidity pool, because every project has a percentage. Like when you see overhead is 60%, so 40% is gonna be going directly to the team. That 40% is gonna be still stick with us, with the owners of the projects, and anything happen, we're gonna be refunding people and giving them the rest of whatever they lose. And the fact that there is no token to sell and everything is, it's really hard for people to lose that way. So we're gonna have some really, really rare cases where that happen, because people not gonna have any profit doing that, and it's gonna be really really out of the line for people to do that. So in case that happen, we're gonna be there to refund people, and we're gonna have a pool ourselves. It's gonna start with 200 BNBs from our own money. uh, in case anything happen, we're gonna be refunding people, and they're gonna be ensuring people more that they're gonna get refunded, and that pool and that wallet is gonna be known on our platform that this wallet is gonna be protecting you guys in case you get any you get in case you get scammed or anything, even if it's not gonna be technically possible to get scammed as they're not gonna have any access to their funds. But in case it's happened, we're gonna be the one responsible behind refunding people.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for answering.
Thank you
You
for
are.
the questions, Aisha. Let's go to Western Beast. You had a question from Meh. Go for it.
Yeah, thanks, Axie. Okay, it's a great one, but I wanted asking about a statement you made in the earlier part of the AMA. You said that you're going to be going through the extra. You said you're going to be going mile. You said you're going to be going through the an extra mile when dealing with legit projects that actually turn scammy, and you said you will do your best as much as possible, not just to bring the faces of those in charge of the project, but also doing your best to sanction them. Do you have a legal team that's under your paycheck that will make this possible?
uh it was cutting a little bit. Can you please say that again?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you better.
Okay, so in the earlier parts of the AMA, you actually said you're going to be going an extra mile when dealing with legit projects that later turned scammy, and you said that you're not just going to be releasing their faces for all to see, but you also hit them hard by making sure they're always on the run. Do you have a legal team that's going to be making this possible? And is the legal team under your paycheck, or is it a third party legal team?
Okay, so there is some international lawsuit with like lawsuit company with like a lot of lawyers and stuff. Right now there is like on 35 shady country, or not like shady country. The main countries that they are known. We're gonna talk about countries in Europe, known countries in Europe, some countries in Africa, some countries in Asia. So on those countries, we're gonna have like people who's there who gonna be, because we have a form that is gonna be signed, legally signed from the team. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. We're not gonna just fill that by a name or something. It's gonna be signed by the people, and it's gonna be a legal certificate, a legal paper for behind the guy who's making the projects. So we're gonna be suing directly that guy, whoever it's gonna be, because it's gonna be international, and we're gonna have local people, not only like in an international team. Because when you talk about international suing people, you need to get the Interpol included, and when you want to get the Interpol included, you need the minimum of like $1 million to talk to the Interpol, and that's something really really hard to be collected by a project. But when we talk about like the small portion of money, we need like a local suing to those people. Now we have 35 countries. We're gonna make sure that we're gonna have more countries, and for now we're gonna be accepting we're not gonna be accepting all the projects from all countries. We're gonna try to focus on the countries where we have access, where we have our hand over there, and we're gonna be suing those people directly, as we have their full permission. Before that, they're not gonna scam, and they have their signatures, and we have their like passports and ID and everything. So we're gonna try as much as possible to sue personally those people, and that's something that's gonna give people the idea that we are not just talking here, we're not just gonna be joking about it. It's a serious matter, and you are really on danger in case you do anything shady.
Man, I really appreciate this answer you've given me. It's quite reassuring, and I'm very sure that the investors or the upcoming investors are very well assured of your project. The extra mile you're going to, take security to another level. I'm wishing you guys the very best, and I wish you guys a bully stay moonward. Over to you, Glenn.
Thank
Over to
you
you,
so
Akti.
much. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
thank you, Western. Let's go to Venice next. Venice, go for it.
Okay, thank you so much, Akti. So, may I want as we have existing launch pads, and one of the problem I see in the launch pad is that they help tokens in launch, but they don't help them in getting the big investors that can make a token fly high or to next level. So, do you have any plan to reach out to real life companies or big investors that continuously keep their eye on the projects launching on your launch pad and invest if they see potential in it? Or even if a startup needs funding, it can present their ideas to the investors you have partnered with, and they can support those projects if they want to.
Okay, so when we talk about pre-sales and fair launch, there is already a community, a big community over there because it's under the Binance Smart Chain, and the Binance Smart Chain right now is the biggest chain that is going with a lot of movement every day and stuff. So there is a big community over there. The thing that doesn't let people invest is the safety, because you're gonna see a lot of problem happening every day, a lot of scams happening every day. The fact that people gonna feel some safety over there is gonna give us like a stable development of the people who's using our platform, and the people who already use our platform, they're not gonna just leave because they know that that's something safe, that's something that's long term, that's something continuous. So we're gonna keep having more people and more people and more people on board until it's back to the old days where Launchpads was doing good and all the projects was doing good and most of the projects wasn't scam and stuff. Recently, with the beer markets and stuff, we saw a lot of people run away from the Launchpad and stuff, especially people who was here for the bull runs that happened recently when the BNB reaches uh, almost 700, and before it reached almost 500. It was two HEHs, and it was a lot of money going on right on the pre-sale world and the shitcoin world, and especially the fair launches in the pre-sale world. So we want to get the trust back, and that trust gonna bring more investors and gonna make people invest with more money instead of investing with really limited money, because people always put a big potential that they're gonna lose all this money. But when they are sure about the launchpad and when they are sure about the project is gonna be safe, we're gonna see people investing back. We're gonna see big number going on to the launchpad, big people investing, whales again going on, coming back to this part of crypto. So as I say, safety and trust gonna be the key for that to get the investors back.
Okay, okay, understood. And thank you so much for answering my question, May.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, Venice. Let's go with Syed.
Yeah, thank you, Akti. Okay, so I can see on your white paper that you have staking tires and then the launchpad tires. So I want to understand that what is the difference between these two tires? Is one for the investors and other for the project teams looking to launch their token on your launchpad?
So for the launch pad, as I said, some people gonna be having advance. We're gonna have even some private pre-sale that they are not allowed to everyone because they're gonna be so limited, and when we see a small like private pre-sale of like 50 BNBs, and there is like 1,000 people who want to contribute, it doesn't make sense sometimes to me. So instead of having 1,000 people, we're gonna have like 100 people or 200 people trying to get the pre-sale, and they're gonna be going for the tires of the launch pad. For the tires of the staking, we are talking about having higher APY for people who already staking their token on the normal staking which is going on right now. We're gonna have another staking with higher APYs. We're gonna have four kind of staking, and the more tires, the more staking on the first staking you have, the more access you're gonna have to the highest APY, because it's gonna be trusted that those people are looking for long term thing with us. So the fact that people trust us that way, we're gonna trust them back and rewarding them back with the higher APY staking.
Okay. Okay. I also want to know that how many days before the pre-sale project team need to list their project on your launchpad in order to have a pre-sale? Any limit or requirement for that?
I already talked about that first. So the requirement about that gonna be so strict. It's gonna be a full hour discussion with the team. It's gonna be a video meeting talking to those people about every details of their projects, because it's easy as people, as a lot of people here who has been doing like presets for a really long time. It's easy to know who knows what's going on and who wanna just like play around and be doing shady stuff. So we need to have some insurement, we need to have some physical things seen by the project. We're not gonna see a lot of meme tokens. We're gonna see more like technical projects, projects with utilities, projects with long-term utilities. So we're gonna also, as I said, about the legal actions and stuff. So that gonna be the requirements for us.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the questions, everyone. Yeah, this has been an excellent session. I like the extended KYC that everybody keeps bringing up. I guess a lot of people are excited about having some experts actually sit down with the team for about an hour or however much, and then really try to grasp what they're doing. And again, another because you're focused on safety, the refund pool that we were talking about. That's also something super cool. And yeah, again, with the farming and staking and everything coming, I think this is going to be something super interesting for people to look at. So before I let you go, Mehdev, is there anything that I haven't asked about, or if not, maybe we can do a short recap for everybody that joined in late.
We already, I think, covered everything. I just wanna motivate people more about our charities. So, as I said, after the launch, we're gonna have a special wallet, and that gonna be after we build that trust between us and the community, and we want people to be given a little bit like they're not gonna be mandatory, they're gonna be choosable after we have our second charity going on next Sunday, which is gonna be a weekly thing for us. So we want people after making money with our token, like after, because we know that we're gonna have a good launch after the names we have already on board for the launch. We want people to have this good intention of doing charity, and charity is not going to be only limited to be done by the team. We're going to be discussing it with the whole community, and in case some people want to volunteer and do some charity, because we're going to have that around the whole world. We're not going to have one special country. We were just discussing the charity, and our dev Mark, it was like I'm already in Bali, and they see that the situation is a little bit people are really not have like a lot of money here in Bali, and I'm gonna go to an orphanage nearby the hotel and everything. So we're gonna have that around the world, and our dev mark gonna be the responsible for that. So if there is a charity event that's gonna be happening in Africa, he gonna be going by himself into Africa to with the help of the local people that we have already on the board. So we want to motivate people about charity generally and about charity with our activities that is gonna be going on, and everything gonna be so transparent. The funds gonna be on one wallet, and we're gonna be talking to those orphanages, and they're gonna be giving us receipts and everything, and they're gonna like talk about the publicly and everything. So that's our last thing.
Well, thank you for that, Mehdi. Yeah, it's a very noble thing to do. You know, it's nice to make money. It's nice to have a lot of gains, but sure, perhaps consider joining some charities. You know, giving something back to communities that are probably less fortunate. So we do always say, guys, Whale Coin Talk is for research and educational purposes. We don't provide financial advice. You have to do your own research. Thank you everybody for asking questions, and for everybody else that wants to learn more. We have the chat locked, and all the links are right there. The official website, the Telegram, Twitter, everything, and also the pre-sale link. And I believe the pre-sale is still ongoing. So if anybody does the research, go to the Telegram, talk to the team, and if this is something that's interesting to you, I believe there's still about 24 hours, something along those lines, to contribute yourself. So thank you for being here, Mehdi Dev. This has been an interesting presentation. We like launchpads a lot. I know people like to engage with launchpads, and when you bring features like extended KYCs, the refunds, and everything, I think it's something exciting for a lot of people. So thank you for being here with us today. It's been great.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let me close up the recordings, and then I will send copies to everyone, and I'll send one into our main chat. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you guys a little bit later on today. We have a few more AMAs to go for the day. Busy day today, but keep your eyes out. And yeah, thank you once again to the NexusPad team for being here with us today, and thank you for everyone that participated. And take care, everyone. We'll send the recordings over shortly.